Kitty the Cockatoo. So last time we managed to escape Helgen where we were wrongly imprisoned, even though all we were doing was trying to cross the border in Elsewhere. Well, to make our way to Elsewhere. And a dragon attacked. But luckily we teamed up with Hadvar and made our way to Riverwood, where we met up with his uncle. So we're just about to go have a meeting with his uncle to see what he says about everything. Can't be good. Dragons running around. Might want to put a sword away. That's just rude to run around with your sword out. My apologies.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Absolutely famished, actually.
No.
Let's eat some rabbit leg.
What's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
I don't know where to start. You know I was assigned to General Tullius' skull. We were stopped in Helgen, only we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
Husband, let him tell his story.
Not much more to tell. This dragon flew over and just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. Glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need your help.
How come I don't like where this is going? I can't really refuse when he's been so generous and give me all this stuff, can I?
Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Well, I suppose it feels wrong not to do it. I mean, we've just seen a dragon attack and we need to look after these people.
Cross the river and then head north. You'll see it just past the falls. When you get to Whiterun, just keep going up. When you get to the top of the hill, you're at Dragon's Reach, the Jarl's palace. Take what you need, my friend. Within reason, of course.
Well, let's sell some stuff first.
Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Like I said,
Since you've been so kind to me. Oh no. Ooh, that's a bit weird. But he's being kind to me, so I feel like it's only right that we return the favour by helping him out at the forge.
Reminds me when I first started. Whatever you need. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there.
Okay.
Aye.
Kitty's learning a new trade. This could be useful for my future. Yeah, one day when we manage to get back to Elsewhere,
You look
it'd be good to have a new trade.
iron or steel is what you need. This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
You feel like a little apprentice.
I'm glad to help in any way I can. yourself to whatever you need. Within reach. I could forge you a good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time.
Hide helmet.
You the sneaky type? Huh. I should hire you to be my
You should
assistant.
hire me as an assistant.
Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Mm-hmm.
We could forget about all this dragon nonsense and all this adventuring.
Ironers, you have
Just become a
talent.
blacksmith.
Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
Well, you're very kind,
All
good
right.
sir. Thank you. Now, let's have a quick visit to the inn. Which is this way. Find out what's going on in the area.
Out of my way. Got any ale or mead?
Sadly not, my friend.
We got rooms and food.
What's going on
There have
around
been
here?
Whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Lucan at the Riverwood trader had his store broken into the other night. Oddly enough, barely anything's been stolen. Nobody trusts those mages way up north in their college. Gods only know what they do up there.
This guy's like a little encyclopedia of
We've
knowledge.
got something of a love triangle here in Riverwood. Faendal and Sven, both vying for Camilla's affections.
Ooh, work
Here,
could be
take
good.
a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
I'm quite interested in expanding my skills on
Looking
magic.
to blow yourself up? I hear that's what magic does to you. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic, unless that blew up too. Be a lot safer just to have the Jarl's wizard teach you a thing or two.
Well, thank you.
Word is, Ulfric Storm.
You're full of good information.
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your kitchen, Sue.
So you must be Sven.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him. Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time.
Yes, two people spend time together never blossoms
Is that
into courtship.
sarcasm? I've heard better wisecracks from Orgnar. Still, you have a point. Camilla letting Faendal visit her isn't a good thing for me.
Coming right up.
Here, let me give you a particularly venomous letter. Say it's from Faendal. That should get Camilla to stop inviting the elf over.
Coming right up.
I don't feel like you're a very nice guy. I don't think you deserve her. Seems a bit wrong. Dear Camilla, I know I've called upon you at your house many times, and while we may be growing close, I need you to put any desires you may have for me aside. I'm a true-born son of Valenwood, and I can never befoul my bloodline by courting an Imperial. Ever can remain true friends provided you understand your people's place in the Aldemary Dominion and respect me as such. Sincerely, Amanda. That's just a bit cruel, that. No. No, I don't think I delivered that letter. In fact, I might go report that.
There's beauty here unmatched in all of Skyrim, to be sure. What is that blowhard up to now? So, he thinks he can turn Camilla against me. Two can play at this. Here, give this letter to Camilla and tell her it's from Sven. Let's see what she thinks of him after reading that.
Oh, you're just as
I'll show you
bad.
what
So what are you trying to say to her? My days come out, I yearn to have yours my own, washing my linens and my fine blonde hair, to cook my dinner from my stove and tend to my house while I wander. Yours truly, Sven. But you guys are just both as toxic as each other. Should be ashamed of yourselves. I should tell it not to either of you.
Well, one of us has to do something.
Oh.
I said no.
Just walked into some family drama.
No theatrics, no thief chase.
Don't mind me, just browsing over here.
Do then, huh? Let's hear it.
Steel tankard.
We are done talking about this.
Oh, I could use a cast iron pot. Okay, it's
Maybe
over.
you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Don't drag me into your family drama. You are the lady I wish to speak
Don't
to.
take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
I feel a little bit sick after watching that exchange. I was hoping I could tell you that they're both lying gits. I mean, that guy just seems a bit full of himself, and she is spending a lot of time with Valendale. Maybe she likes him.
What are you talking about? Why, that jealous idiot. Thought he could just manipulate me into never seeing Sven again? Thank you for telling me the truth. You should speak to Sven. I'm sure he'll want to thank you too for defending his name. I'd better get going.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood trader is everything you need in a general store. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Well, that sounds interesting.
You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barracks.
I do need some money. It is quite costly adventuring through Skyrim. And if I'm to make it back to Elsewhere one day, we need a lot of coin. Let's go talk to Sven first. Hopefully haven't destroyed a relationship. I hope that her and Valendale can work it
That
out.
letter ought to convince Camilla to never speak to Faendal ever again. Now that's what I like to hear. Good work. I think you deserve some gold from my tips at the inn. I suppose Master Neloth won't mind. He's always
No.
Good day, friend. Keeping well? I'll head back home if you need me.
I keep accidentally doing that. Right, well, we have a bit of a dilemma now, because we need to help them guys, and they have an item that's just there. It's so close, but then there's this dragon. We're in a bit of a tight schedule of the dragon, so I'm not so sure. What would Kitty do? I mean, White Run, rather, it's all the way over there. It's quite a lot of adventuring to do. And that's just there. But then... What do you think, chicken? Wise words, chicken, I quite agree. It's off to adventure. We go. feel like we could use some money. Because by the time we reach Whiterun, we could be needing some supplies. You can't get supplies without money. It's a beautiful elk. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, don't run away. I know I'm a kitty, but I won't eat you. Though I'm hungry. Very hungry. Maybe we should have asked Sven to help us. But then, can you really trust a guy like that? He seems very dishonest to me. This does not feel safe. Seems like the perfect place to lay a trap.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
I knew it! Bandits. You foul people.
Like a fire of flame. No one gets
Only a coward fights with a shield. Is that better gear than what gear I've already got? No. Any other goodies in this tower? Oh, a chest. Yes, I think this money will be quite helpful on our trip to Whiterun. Because then we can get a horse. And with that horse, we might be able to get to Elsewhere. Get home. Oof. It's cold. So cold. I miss my tropical savannas and jungles. The warm sands of the beaches. Never snows back home.
time to end this little game.
Come here, you.
I think you're pleased.
Alright, there you are. Hiding like a coward. Excuse me? You make a fine rogue. That's barbaric. Considering skinning someone? Putting their fur in your house? I mean, I know I've got a nice coat and a nice pattern, but still. Just a little bit too far. Wouldn't skin a human. Or an elf. Racism. Oh. More bandits. Why is it always bandits? What happened to this bandit? Quick stab to the head. Weaken them. Shh. Sleep now. Eating skeevers. How low must you sink? Oh, spiders' webs. Feel like we should go stealthy. Tombs never bode well. It's always bad news. What have we done with this business? Retired from the world of adventure. Wanted to settle down for a nice easy life. Why didn't I ask Sven to come with me? But what good would a bard be? Hadvar would have been better. I feel like he's got enough on his mind. Oh, we missed. Zor's now cast amongst my own kind for not being the sneaking, stealthy type. What's this? Ancient puzzle? That's not very good security, having the answers right up there. Who designed this place? The thief. If the reader has not yet had the pleasure of reading the first volume in these stories on the life of Eslaf Errol, beggar, you should close this book immediately, for you shan't recap. But I shan't recap. I'll tell you this much, gentle reader. When we last saw Eslaf, he was a boy, an orphan, a failed beggar, running through the wild winter woods of Skyrim. Oh, wrong way. Away from his home of Erelgard. He continued running, stopping here and there for many more years until he was a young man. Eslaf discovered that among the ways of getting food, asking for it was the most troublesome. Far easier was finding it in the wilderness, or taking it from unguarded market stalls. The only thing worse than begging to get food was begging for the opportunity to work for the money to buy it. That seemed needlessly complicated. No, as far as Eslaf was concerned, he was best off being a scavenger, a beggar, and a thief. He committed his first act of thievery shortly after leaving Erelgard, while in the southern woods of Tamberka, in the rugged land near Mount Jensen, most east of the village of Hobeld? Eslaf was starving, having not eaten anything but a rather scrawny roast girl in 4 days, and he smelled meat cooking and then found the smoke. A band of minstrel bards was making camp. He watched them from the bushes as they cooked, and joked and flirted and sang. He could have asked them for some food, but so many of us had refused him before. Instead, he rushed out, grabbed a piece of meat from the fire, and wincing from the burns, scrambled up the nearest tree to devour it while the bard stood under him and laughed. "What was your next move, thief?" giggled a fair, red-headed woman who was covered with tattoos. "How did you intend to disappear without us catching on to punishing you?" As the hunger subsided, Eslaf realized she was right. The only way to get out of the tree without falling in their midst was to take the branch down to where it hung over a creek. It was to drop off a cliff of about 50 feet. That seemed like the wisest strategy. So Eslaf began crawling in that direction. "You do know how to fall, boy," called out young Khajiit, a few years older than Eslaf, thin but muscular, graceful in his slightest movements. "If you don't, you should just climb down here and take what's coming to you. It's idiotic to break your neck, where we just give you some bruises and send you on your way." "Of course I know how to fall," Eslaf called back, but he didn't. "You just thought the trick of falling was to have nothing underneath you, and let nature take its course. Makes sense. But 50 feet up, when you're looking down, is enough to give anyone pause." "I'm sorry to doubt your abilities, Master Thief," said the Khajiit, grinning. "Obviously you know to fall feet first, with your body straight but loose to avoid cracking like an egg. It seems you are destined to escape us." Eslaf wisely followed the Khajiit's hints, and leapt into the river, falling without much grace, but without hurting himself. In the years that followed, he had to make several more drops from even greater heights. He used the after theft, sometimes with water beneath him, and improved the basic technique. When he arrived in the western town of Jalenheim on the morning of his 21st birthday, it didn't take him long to find out he was the richest person most deserving of being burgled. A pregnant palace in a park near the centre of town was owned by a mysterious young man named Suribud? No idea. Eslaf wasted no time in finding the palace and watching it. A fortified palace he had come to learn was like a person with quirks and habits beneath its hard shell. It was not an old place. Evidently, whatever his name is, had come into was fairly recent. It was regularly patrolled by guards, implying that the rich man was fearful of being burgled, with good reason. The most distinctive feature of the palace was its tower, rising 100 feet above the stone walls, doubtless giving the occupant a good defensive view. This is a long book. Eslaf guessed that... grammatical error. That if Suribud was as paranoid as he guessed him to be, the tower would also provide a view of the palace storehouse. The rich man would want to keep an eye on his fortune. That meant that the loot couldn't be directly beneath the tower, but somewhere in the courtyard within the walls. The light in the tower shone all night long, as Eslaf boldly decided that the best time to burgle was by the light of the day, and Suribud must sleep. That would be the time the guards would least expect a thief to pounce. And so, when the noon sun was shining over the palace, Eslaf quickly scaled the wall near the front gate, and waited, hidden in the crenellations. The interior courtyard was plain and desolate, with few places to hide, but he saw that there were 2 wells. One the guards used from time to time to draw up water and shake their thirst, but Eslaf noticed that guards would pass by the other well, never using it. He waited until the guards were distracted just for a second by the arrival of a merchant in a wagon bearing goods for the palace. While they were searching his wagon, Eslaf leapt elegantly feet first from the wall into the well. It's not a particularly soft landing, for, as Eslaf had guessed, the well was not full of water but gold. Still, he knew how to roll after a fall, and he didn't hurt himself. In the dank subterranean storehouse, he stuffed his pockets with gold and was about to go to the door which he assumed would lead to the tower, when he noticed a gem the size of an apple, worth more than all the gold that was left. Eslaf found room for it down his pants. The door did indeed lead to the tower, and Eslaf followed its curving stairwell up, walking quietly but quickly. At the top he found the master of the palace's private quarters, ornate and cold, with violet artwork and decorative swords and shields on the walls. Eslaf assumed the snoring lump in the sheets was whatever his name is, but he didn't investigate too closely. He crept to the windows and looked out. It's going to be difficult to fall. Assert. That doesn't sound very correct for this time period. You need to jump from the tower, past the walls, and hit the tree on the other side. The tree branches would hurt, but they would break as fall. And there was a pile of hay you had left under the tree to prevent further injury. It's like Assassin's Creed. Esef was about to leap when the occupant of the room woke up and started yelling, "My gem!" Esef stared at him for a second, wide-eyed. They looked alike, not surprising since they were brothers. Esef Farrell's stories continue in the book The Warrior. That was some reading. Do tell me if in the future you don't want me to read. Oh, Skiva! Another level up. I believe we found our beef. Oh, spiders. Always spiders. Nasty blighter. Who exactly are you?
You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up.
You'd be a bit rude considering I saved you. Where's the golden claw?
Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there.
I don't think I trust the thief.
Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first. It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
Oh, you'll share it alright.
Damn you.
That's what you get. No one steals from Kitty. I suppose if we made it all the way down here, we should really investigate. Oh no. Oh no, crypts are never good. Oh dear. Why can't I just have a nice adventure where there's no undead rising from their graves, no bandits lurking? Why can't things just learn to stay dead once in a while? Alright. Oh no! We got a magic user here. Oh, apologies, wrong button. Never level up. I feel like we'll stick to health for now. Some defense. Let me get to the chest. Oh, an apprentice lock. Come on. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yes. Is that better than my armor? Nope. Run! I don't like this. Whose idea was it to come down here again? Starting to wish we'd just gone the right run now. Much safer. Get the claw, they said. Simple matter of getting the claw. No claw's worth all this effort. Maybe I should just let myself get beheaded. Oh, you poor soul. I really wonder who must go about leaving these chests. Trouble's afoot. At least we know it's coming. Who even designed this place? And part of it feels like a building, part of it feels like caves. Seems like a strange design. I must be the worst Khajiit at lockpicking. I'm kind of curious what was down there, though. If I'm going through all this effort, may as well make the most of it, right, guys? Where was he keeping that gold? In his skull? How did it even get there? Same as that guy, like, how does it even get into those places in the first place? Life's mysteries. Maybe the Droga put them there. They're like, there's a body, let's just put some gold in it. Lure people in, then we can murder them. Oh, that's another thing. Why do all dead people suddenly become murderous? I'm pretty sure some of these were probably nice guys, you know? Just going about life, not murdering people, and now they're dead. It's like, oh, let's murder everybody. I want to be cremated. We're getting cremated. Then we don't come back to life, we don't start murdering people. This seems like the responsible thing to do. Save lives, cremate yourself. That's if we even make it out of here alive. And again with the axes. Just lost the tip of me tail. That's another thing. How do you even kill a dead dude? That's what I want to know. Hey, they're already dead. How do you kill them again? Sometimes the world just doesn't make sense. That sounded suspicious. So you have a door. Now what did the thief say? You mentioned something about the claw. There's patterns on the claw. Really? Who designed this? Who? who would put the answers to their own lock on the actual key? That just doesn't seem logical. Oh, design choices. I'd suck whoever did it, me. Sack him. Eustace are doing his job. I could do a better job than that. Step 1, make a puzzle door. Step 2, don't put the answer to said puzzle door on the key to the door. Oh. Now this looks suspicious. Big empty room. Ruins full of undead. Kitty no likey. And why is that wall shouting to me? What the? What? What? Think I've been on the skoomer again. Oh. Oh dear lord. Are you shouting at me? Oh, we might actually need to use a potion here. Yeah, don't you shout at me. Dragonstone? Are you linked to the dragons? Let's investigate the room first before we leave. Gone through all the hassle of getting here. Gotta make sure that we get everything that we want out of it first. Aha! I mean, who would put a chest here? Who would even do that? These Nords clearly don't have the sense of us cats. We're logical beasts. Skooma broadens the senses, makes you think a bit more about life, you know? Well, that would have been handy on the way in. We made it! We survived! But what was up with that wall shouting at me? And dragon stones? There's something going on here. And we'll get to the bottom of it. But I feel like this is a good place to end it, guys, with a beautiful view of Skyrim. So thanks for watching, and see you next week, and feel free to like and subscribe.